In 2019, Chicago found itself in a situation similar to cities across the world. The reason? An invasion by extraterrestrial beings. Rather than defending the nation's independence, US authorities chose to collaborate with these otherworldly visitors, known as the legislators. It was a perilous time, and the Drummond family, like many others, sought an escape from the chaos that ensued. Attempting to navigate through the traffic-clogged streets, their plans were abruptly halted by the police. John Drummond, quick on his feet, posed as a detective and informed the officer that they were headed north. Suspicious, the cop inquired if he had received an official order. In a sudden twist, John veered the car in the opposite direction, ignoring the officer's commands. As tensions escalated, the officer resorted to opening fire on the vehicle. Amidst the chaos, John reassured his frightened wife that they needed to flee, regroup, and resist the alien invaders. He skillfully maneuvered through the city streets, crashing through barriers until they entered a dark tunnel. Suddenly, something peculiar appeared ahead, causing John to abruptly stop. His wife pleaded with him to turn back, but he seemed unresponsive. Tragedy struck as an alien entity attacked and disintegrated John and his wife. The only survivors were their children, Gabriel and Rafe Drummond. The shaken boys, now orphaned, glimpsed a terrifying alien creature near their car. Astonishingly, the creature spared their lives, leaving them bewildered. As they grappled with their newfound reality, the world's takeover unfolded, with messages from Pilsen Elementary School's network serving as the harbingers of doom. The aliens severed nationwide power and coerced the White House into accepting ceasefire terms, eventually restoring electricity. The military was disbanded, and the legislators assumed control of the planet. Closed zones, akin to prison-like enclosures, sprouted in various cities, including Chicago. Residents were forcibly relocated, and humanity was tasked with constructing underground shelters for their extraterrestrial overlords. The police were granted the authority to deport people to other worlds, and only they could interact with the legislators within the closed zones. In 2026, the Phoenix Resistance Group initiated its first attack on a closed zone, but it ended in failure, costing Rafe Drummond his life. The message in early 2027 remained clear. The Resistance's primary objective was to strike at the heart of the closed zone and ignite a war. Fast forward 9 years to 2027, where Chicago Police Special Branch Commander William Mulligan reviewed hidden camera recordings from Gabriel Drummond's residence. Gabriel, after bidding farewell to his girlfriend, met up with his friend Jurgis to discuss the impending Phoenix attack during the Unite rally. As Mulligan perused a fresh newspaper, he noticed a suspicious advertisement bearing the distinctive emblem of the Phoenix Resistance Group. His curiosity led him to the Pilsen district, where he captured a photograph of the same emblem displayed on a building. Next, he ventured into a brothel owned by Jane Doe, who clandestinely provided him with classified information. Returning to the police department, Mulligan informed his colleague that the Phoenix Resistance Group remained active and had resorted to covert communication through advertisements. Meanwhile, resistance members Patrick and Charles huddled in a discreet location, formulating a plan to infiltrate the closed zone via Soldier Field Stadium, the venue for the upcoming Unite rally. Patrick later rendezvoused at an abandoned bus near the closed zone, passing on critical information to a masked individual. Gabriel, on a seemingly ordinary day, reported to the Data Reclaim Center, where his duties involved inspecting numerous mobile phones for prohibited information before destroying SIM cards. However, he noticed a colleague discreetly pocketing SIM cards and concealing them beneath a protective mask. During a lunch break, a girl discreetly handed Gabriel a small note containing classified information. She ingeniously rolled it into a cigarette, enabling Gabriel to smuggle it out of the building. News of the impending Unite rally, where legislators' representatives were set to make an appearance, dominated the media. Gabriel and his co-workers returned from their shifts, but the day took a sinister turn when surveillance cameras detected a hidden SIM card on a woman's neck. The same woman who had taken SIM cards earlier. Special branch officers swiftly arrived, causing panic as they apprehended the woman and sped away. Gabriel found himself by the seaside, helplessly watching as interplanetary transports deported the unfortunate woman to an uncertain fate beyond Earth's bounds. He then rendezvoused with Jurgis, who revealed a gun intended for their upcoming operation. Gabriel felt the weight of responsibility pressing on him as he implored Jurgis to take their work more seriously. In this new world dominated by extraterrestrial forces, weapons were strictly forbidden. Their argument was suddenly interrupted by the sound of a car outside the window. In a rush, Jurgis concealed the gun and fled, leaving Gabriel behind. As Gabriel grappled with the situation, he found himself face to face with William Mulligan, reluctantly climbing into the officer's car. Mulligan extended an offer of a meal and began probing Gabriel about the Phoenix Group. However, Gabriel vehemently denied any knowledge or affiliation with the group. Mulligan remained skeptical, eventually confessing that he and Gabriel's father had once been partners, leading him to feel a sense of responsibility for Gabriel's well-being. Mulligan implored Gabriel to make the right choice, then abruptly ejected him from the car. That evening, Gabriel embarked on a meeting with a Phoenix member to exchange a cigarette containing a secret code. However, to his bewilderment, he found himself forcibly placed into a van, a metal collar placed around his neck to disable the bug transmitting his location. The mysterious man drove him to Wicker Park, the site of a previous Phoenix operation, leaving Gabriel perplexed about the purpose of his presence. Inside an apartment within an abandoned building, Gabriel managed to remove the collar. To his astonishment, his brother Rafe suddenly appeared, having miraculously survived. Their emotional reunion was marked by tight embraces and disbelief. Rafe disclosed that he was the lone survivor among the resistance members and revealed a scar on his neck where they had removed his tracking bug. He explained the existence of others, off the grid. While Gabriel was upset at Rafe's long silence, Rafe asserted that it had been too perilous to maintain contact. Rafe took the cigarette with the secret code, stressing the urgency of launching an attack against the legislators before it was too late. He handed Gabriel money, urging him to find safety. Gabriel, reluctant to lose his brother again, implored Rafe not to participate in the operation. However, Rafe remained resolute, determined to prove that the legislators could be defeated. He called on Gabriel to finally choose a side in this high-stakes confrontation. Just as tensions mounted, suspicious sounds emanated from outside. Rafe gently instructed Gabriel to leave, promising to reunite once the mission was accomplished. Disappointed but resigned, Gabriel departed, while Rafe ascended the building. Rafe divided the cigarette with the code, attaching a note to a carrier pigeon and releasing it from the window. He then meticulously destroyed incriminating evidence and hurriedly vacated the premises. Simultaneously, within a van, Mulligan and his colleagues tracked Gabriel using his bug, listening in on his conversation with his girlfriend. Upon Gabriel's return home, he excitedly shared the news of Rafe's survival and displayed a wad of cash. He implored his girlfriend to flee the impending attack, but she insisted on staying, pleading with him to remain by her side. Gabriel left, prompting Mulligan to transmit all recorded information to higher authorities. As Gabriel fled, he spotted Mulligan and broke into a sprint, setting off a high-speed pursuit. Gabriel managed to elude his pursuers by slipping into the closed zone, hiding within an abandoned building. Foreign drones soon closed in on him, successfully tracking him down. He activated the collar, causing his bug's signal to vanish and thwarting Mulligan's efforts to capture him. Frustrated, Mulligan returned to his duties and made adjustments to the Phoenix case. Meanwhile, Patrick received a note from Rafe via a pigeon and rendezvoused with hackers. Utilizing the secret code, the Resistance gained access to the Chicago Police Special Branch's surveillance system. They also identified the unwitting deputy mayor tasked with carrying a bomb to the event. This crucial information was passed on to Charles, and a new edition of the newspaper, bearing the Phoenix emblem, was published. A dedicated Resistance member transported the newspaper to a radio station, where a specific song served as a signal for fellow Resistance members. Anita and other Phoenix members convened at a designated location to remove the tracking bugs that could jeopardize their mission. Patrick met with a morgue worker who provided bugs from other individuals, enabling Phoenix members to cover their tracks. Rafe joined forces with Eddie the priest and journeyed to meet another ally. In exchange for valuable items, a clergyman provided them with mysterious alien technology capable of evading scanners. The Resistance group congregated at a nightclub, where Patrick utilized the alien technology to render explosives invisible. Rafe received the concealed device, while a nightclub employee supplied them with car keys. In the cover of night, Patrick delivered a fresh batch of bugs to the Resistance members and warned them that, as of the following day, they would all be marked as deceased. On the other side, Mulligan closely monitored the event's broadcast. The city's mayor delivered a somber speech paying tribute to the legislators and inviting viewers to express gratitude to the aliens for years of peace and prosperity. Within Soldier Field Stadium, the resistance members encountered no hindrances due to their altered bugs. A delegation led by the deputy mayor was on its way to welcome the legislators. Rafe, in a daring move, rushed after them and accidentally collided with the deputy, secretly attaching an invisible bomb to him. The tension in the stadium was palpable as all the spectators joined in singing the battle hymn of the Republic, with an alien spaceship hovering menacingly above. Soon, terrifying aliens emerged from the spaceship just as the deputy mayor approached them. A powerful explosion rocked the stadium, sending shockwaves through the crowd. Meanwhile, Gabriel, who had been trapped by alien drones, suddenly woke up and managed to escape their clutches. Mulligan, on his part, opened a box given to him by Jane Doe, revealing a BlackBerry phone. Panic spread through the stadium as people rushed to flee, and the aliens once again severed the city's electricity supply. Alias came to his rescue just in time, unmasking the alien and exposing its true identity. With their immediate danger averted, the resistances swiftly moved to eliminate any remaining evidence of their activities. William Mulligan met with Commissioner Egoy, only to learn that the legislators were dispatching hunters from another planet to capture the resistance members. Mulligan believed it was safer to handle the situation without the involvement of the alien hunters. However, Egoy, eager to appease the legislators and join them, disregarded Mulligan's advice. Mulligan sought refuge with Jane Doe, confessing that he could no longer protect her. In a bittersweet farewell, they danced together while the aliens commenced their relentless hunt. The police special branch initiated raids throughout Pilsen. Back at home, Gabriel witnessed police officers assaulting Jurgis in a fit of rage. Threatening the officer with a gun, Gabriel was about to intervene when William Mulligan arrested him and the other detainees. The police were now determined to capture Rafe, who was believed to possess a fake bug. Meanwhile, a resistance member named Evan called his wife to apologize, but she promptly handed the phone to masked individuals who arrived to search their house. Rafe, Anita, and Daniel managed to board a bus headed for New York, but their journey was abruptly intercepted by alien hunters. In a moment of desperation, Daniel ingested a cyanide tablet. Anita attempted to escape but was eliminated by the aliens. Rafe disembarked from the bus, also contemplating suicide with a cyanide tablet, but Mulligan intervened, arresting him. In the police station, Mulligan interrogated Gabriel, pressuring him to reveal the last time he had met Rafe. Gabriel, steadfast in his resolve, refused to cooperate. Mulligan confined him to a cell, where Rafe was coerced into providing testimony. Rafe chided his brother for not heeding his earlier advice to leave, while Gabriel, annoyed, reminded Rafe of his plea not to act as a hero. Within the station, Mulligan implored Gabriel to convey a message from Phoenix, promising to spare Rafe's life in exchange. Gabriel agreed and reached out to Patrick, displaying an announcement bearing the Phoenix emblem and requesting a meeting with the resistance leader known as Number 1. He also claimed to possess knowledge of how to access the closed zone. After consultation with Charles, Patrick decided to relay the message to their leader. Gabriel was escorted to Jane Doe's brothel, where he discovered that she was, in fact, Number 1. The woman recognized Gabriel by name, but their encounter was interrupted when the police burst into the room, shooting Doe. A thorough search of the premises followed. It was soon revealed that Doe had been eavesdropping on the entire brothel, recording conversations with special branch members and transmitting confidential information through the network. After some time, Mulligan reported to the legislators regarding the resistance group and its leaders, asserting that they had all been neutralized. He disclosed that Jane Doe's real name was Priscilla Scott and that she had previously been a history teacher at Pilsen Elementary School. Shockingly, most special branch members had unwittingly become her clients and had inadvertently provided her with classified information. Even Commissioner Egoy had been compromised, and Mulligan, as acting commissioner, was now tasked with entering the closed zone. Rafe and the remaining prisoners departed Earth on an interplanetary transport, and Gabriel watched their departure with a heavy heart. Later, during a meeting with Mulligan, Gabriel learned that Rafe was still alive after all. However, this knowledge did little to alleviate his sorrow, as he knew he would never see his brother again, and their plan had seemingly failed. Mulligan handed Gabriel a SIM card from Jane Doe's phone, hinting that maybe failure had been the plan all along. Gabriel returned to work, reviewing the card's contents and discovering a video from his own baby shower, attended by friends of his parents, William Mulligan and Priscilla Scott. Simultaneously, Mulligan prepared to meet with the legislators underground. Suddenly, he uncovered an invisible alien explosive attached to him. As he descended, the potent invisible substance enveloped him. Mulligan appeared ready to sacrifice his life to annihilate the legislators in the closed zone. Unbeknownst to all, he had been an integral part of the resistance, and the supposed failed plan had been orchestrated to infiltrate the alien stronghold. Nevertheless, the film offers hope for a brighter future for humanity, and one can only hope that this optimism proves justified. What do you envision for people if the legislators' power is overthrown? And what if the aliens seek revenge instead of giving up? Let's discuss these questions in the comments. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Flick Spoilers signing off.